Good evening, everyone. Vin Vossen here, and today we're going to play my favorite mini-game. It involves grabbing the Minotaur Relic, earning a little bit of extra realm points every time you kill somebody, but also, more importantly, putting you on the little map icon here so that everyone can tell where you are. So let's see, how long can you live when everyone's trying to hunt you down? Now, it did take me a couple minutes to find somebody for whatever reason, so I'd like to answer a question that I get all the time. People ask me, Super Skald, what template do you use? And I say, it's a secret. But today, I'm going to share that secret with you. So, first up, Skalds are a melee class. I don't care about raising my DD to as much damage as possible. I don't care. The charisma points that you have to sink into it in order to increase your DD damage by 20 points is ridiculous. So, instead, I want to cap strength, I want to cap quickness, and I want to live as long as possible. So, that's the idea behind my template. And it's built behind two core procs. So, the first is called Kinetic Reverberation. This gives me a 10% decreased damage from physical, and it reflects that damage back at my attacker. The second is called Conversion. This gives me 10% damage reduction from all sources, and it converts it into a heal. These two things can stack. And when they do, combined with ablatives and heal procs, your HP can just stop going down for a while. I mean, I've had mini fights, and you've probably seen some of them here, where my health just stops going down, and it's because both of my procs were live at the same time. But here we go, we got a fight here. Our first fight is against a Grove Protector. He's a Veil Walker, and he's a little. I outrank him quite a bit, but we're gonna mez him, we're gonna debuff him, we're gonna disease him, and we're gonna smack him with our hammer. Now, this particular Veil Walker is one of the kiting variants, and they are way better than the other ones. I'm lucky this one's just a babe. So he's trying to create some distance here so that he can life tap me. When they root you like that, you got to try and hit them as soon as possible. A lot of them still have a damage sheath, and when you hit them, it breaks the root. So high quickness allows you to do what I just did to that. But I won't pick on you again, Grove Protector. It's just I ran around a long time, and you were the first dude I saw, so that wasn't a stealther. So anyway, what do we got here? Oh, it's Babushka. Let's see. Can we get him? Let's just get a little closer. We can snare him. Oh man, got away from me. And then he gives me a hug. I don't want your hugs. I want your blood. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Why I'm the best. No, I'm kidding. I have tried the other specs, especially the one that utilizes the Soul Crusher to ramp up celerity so that they can swing Dragonstorm as fast as possible. That's a perfectly fine build. It's a good build. But oh, hold on a second. We found a vegan troll here, but he kind of noped out for a second. We're going to snare him. I'm sorry, dude. There's just not enough hibs out right now for me to let you nope away. We're going to fight, so get ready. I'm going to run up to him, try to debuff him, try to keep him from debuffing me, and pop my RR5 so he can't stun me. Now I switch to my Benthic Hammer. My Benthic Hammer does cold damage. I get lucky, it procs right away. And so now he's debuffed to every swing, and that's why I'm doing 364, 413, 300 and something damage to him. So sometimes if your weapon skill is high enough, which I can run around at like 1700 weapon skill, you can break through a lot of their defenses, like you just saw. All right, what do we have here? Oh, it's that Veil Walker again. We'll leave him alone. He's attacking me. I can't just let you attack me. Hey, it says his name is Lonnie. Or, I wonder if this is the other Lonnie. We fought him on, like, I guess he's cross realm, but he's a good warrior. I forget what his other character is. A Reaver, maybe. But you saw it, guys. He was coming straight for me. I had to do something about it. There's also another benefit to not utilizing a one-hander. I can stack my one hand and my shield with items with great charges that I wouldn't use otherwise. And so this allows me to get a free Ignore Pain every 1.5 minutes from my shield. Wait a minute, is this Lonnie again? Jesus, dude, there is no doubt in my mind that this is the same Lonnie that's got a warrior with wings and a Reaver or whoever with... He is way too confident for Grove Protector to be coming after me. So I'm going to debuff him. And I'm going to heal myself, I guess. See how much time I have. Probably a lot. Protector. Champion running around. So he hit me with the thing. Damn, he's fast. Why is he so fast? And now he's life tapping me. This is where I lose to a Grove Protector. What the hell? Alright. Can't let that happen. He's very good with the side stuns. He's hitting me with a thing. And I gotta parry his ass. I used IP here. That's a win for him, in my opinion. He just won. But, this is, life ain't fair. And I had IP too. So I used IP too. And he's going to try and kite me some more so he can life tap me. He's doing all the right things, and as soon as he grows up, he's going to be terrifying. But for now, we're going to smack him with our hammer. He didn't expect me to jump over that wall, son. What? You don't see Lurrikeens jumping over that wall. That's right. Now leave me alone, Lonnie. I'm talking to people about important things. I told you about my shield. Now my one-handed hammer is the CL10 hammer. That has a heal over time that heals me for 30% of my health. It's not quite as good as the Nosdoden Remnant Cloak because that has the same thing on a 5-minute cooldown, but I can't really fit that cloak into this build without making sacrifices to my resists that I'm not willing to do. So that's why I don't. Over there in the distance, is that a Lurrikeen running at me? Full force. We're going to DD him, smack him with a hammer. It appears to be a Nightshade. Why do they always run at me? But I guess they were trying to catch up. So he's diseasing me and stuff. All of this stuff's going crazy, so I just purge it all. And then I heal myself a little bit. He gets a stun off on me, and then after freaking dwarf shows up and just ruins our fair fight. I mez him, he purges it, I smack him with the hammer, and I DD him, and he's dead. Because he's a little Lurrikeen. What's he going to do about it? Nothing. Lurrikeens are meant to be food for trolls. That's their only purpose. And that leads me to the two-handers. So in this particular video, I've primarily been using the Victorious Skald Night Smasher, which comes from the Dragon King in Svarhammer. It is awesome because it just happens to fit our template perfectly. I stumbled upon it. And the fumble debuff on it and the crush debuff on it are just chef's kiss. I love it. But it isn't what I originally built this template around. So in every other video you see me using Astral Kinetic Hammer. That hammer is still amazing. Hold that thought. This is the champion. Now, we don't have our Purge, and we don't have our IP or our Knit Wounds or our CL10 heal. So this is a nasty fight. I normally don't like fighting champions unless I can Purge the first time. So that was a rear style stun. If you go back, you'll see that she jumped like behind me, but was still in front of me and hit me with that. I should have been backpedaling. If I was backpedaling against her, it would have been harder for her to do that. Congratulations, you did marvelous. Okay, so we'll just finish up the video in Zincraft. So the build revolves around kinetic reverberation and the conversion procs. So we get kinetic reverberation from the torso of the Lost Hauberk of Valhalla, and the primary two-hander, which is the Astral Kinetic Hammer. Those two things provide us with the kinetic reverb. Then we get our conversion from our legs, which is the Astral Leggings of Fortification, and our feet, which is the Frozen Dragon Scale Chain Boots. Yes, the feet have a less likely chance to be hit, but when they do get hit, I'm going to get conversion or I'm going to get a group heal, so they're pretty awesome. We have two crafted pieces here. Those have flexible stats, so we'll play with that in a minute. For the neck piece, we're using the Midgard Medal of Honor. For the cloak, we're using the Jade Moonshone Cloak. It is possible for you to put in the Nosdoden Remnant Cloak that will give you an extra hot. You end up having a lot of heals with this build, so I don't know if you need 2 hots as well, but if you want 2 hots, you can put that on there. You're going to have to mess with your resists on your crafted pieces a little bit, but it is possible. I don't do it, but everyone else seems to think I should. Jewel of the Haughty Warrior. This gives us our physical resist buff that gives us plus 10% / thrust and crush. The mail sleeves of Eternal Retribution. Originally, I wanted to make sure I could put the Infernal sleeves in here to give me the regen, but it just wasn't meant to be. I needed the skills stats, and I needed the melee speed, and I needed the resists. So this was perfect, and it has a heal proc on it. Then we have our first ring. This is the Director's Ring of Oblivion. This has the proc for the Spec AF. Now, you could use this from your inventory, but it just has everything else you need. You need the armor factor, in my opinion. I like having 50 armor factor, so that's what I do. But you can, some of these pieces you can play with, have fun. Gatekeeper Bracer of Oblivion. This gives us our red combat speed. That's awesome. It also fills in some of the stats that we need, and it gives us parry. So we can hit 50 parry in this template very easily. I normally hover around 48 because that's good enough for me, but I have a 50% version too. Astral Leggings of Fortification. This is where we get our conversion proc. I talked about this already. Let's keep going. The waist is the Searing Fiend Belt. This gets us to the 85 quickness. Now, when we switch to the Victorious Skald Night Smasher, this gives us 90 quickness, and it gives us 105 strength. So this is how I'm running around with my base stats at 400 strength and 250 quickness. I can't always have it because I'm not always using the Mighty Metherian. I switch to the Parry Metherian against certain classes, but if I'm in a group, that's how I'm running around as well. This template is also very good for Zergs, because if the way I like to play a Skald is to run face first. I like being the first person in the battlefield. I'm going to turn on my sauce, or I'm going to turn on my RR5, and I'm just going to bait them to do damage to me. I have healers that are going to heal me, and I'm pretty fucking tanky. So I like to get all their attention. Meanwhile, my group's coming in behind me, and they're going to grab all of the, or they're going to CC all the people because I have the attention. So that's the theory behind it. And it works well for me. So the Victorious Skald Night Smasher gives us the 11 skill in Hammer. You can tell that we're 1 skill missing, which gives us about 30. It's a little less than 30 weapon skill. You can get that from these items. This just particular build is giving me a little bit more charisma. I was playing with that. I played for a long time with 0 charisma here. A little bit is great when you can fit it in, but I think it is the least important stat until you get parry capped. Then dexterity is the least important. But up until that point, charisma is the least of your worries. The ring here is the Band of Clandestiny. Get over the fact that it has stealth and envenom. It's just the best place to put 5% speed. It also gives you some health and some armor factor that you need, and it gets us close to our strength cap. Then we need to finish up our resists with the spiked bracelet. Now I am taking a bit more damage from energy weapons. I'm taking a bit more damage from heat and body. It's just the trade-off I was willing to make. You can play with it if you want to. If you can do better, go for it. Yeah. So with the helmet here, the helmet is a base of quickness, so it's giving 15 quickness, and then I added charisma here. This could easily be dexterity, which will get you closer to the cap. So like for instance, I could switch these over. I ran something like this for a while, but I like the little bit of charisma better, since you can still get that is how you would get parry capped. When you switch this charisma, this gives you the 2% parry that gets you 50% with this particular template. Oh, I'm sorry. That's with Mastery of Parry 5. So 10 points in that. Okay, so anything else? If there's any questions, you can leave them in the comments. You can message me on Discord. The last item here, this is the benthic hammer, or your leggy hammers. You'll want a benthic one and you'll want an entropic one. The benthic is for hibbies, scale wearing hibbies, and the entropic is for chainmail wearers. So you get one of those and you'll hit them like a truck. The hands, I don't think I talked about the hands, but this is where I'm getting 4 more parry. I'm getting my body close to where I need it. I'm getting my charisma and my quickness up. Both of these could easily be dexterity. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for all the positive reinforcement, and thanks for all the hate too. Y'all have a good day.